Hey ladies, so do you know those women who go out of their way to get validation and attention from men and then simultaneously hate you because you don't have to try so hard? A lot of femcells have this issue where it's a one-sided beef with women who try too hard, who don't have to do too much and still get the same amount of attention, if not more. And the difference between femcells and women who can get a date and can get laid easily or are in a relationship or married is femcells are lacking that it girl factor. And a lot of the it girl factor has to do with confidence, high self-esteem, knowing themselves, and having boundaries and standards. And unfortunately, a lot of femcell women lack these qualities. And then when they come across women like us who are sure of ourselves, who get attention without trying, sometimes even unsolicited attention that we don't want from men who we're not attracted to, they are almost infuriated and they grow to hate us. And that's why a lot of women who you've probably had falling outs with, or women who have just not liked you for any reason, the common denominator with these women is that they find it hard to get men to take them seriously. They approach dating with desperation. And you can smell the desperation on these women. I'm sure you all have had pick-me friends or femcell friends at one point in your life, or a family member who was a pick-me or a femcell, and the desperation just oozes out of their pores almost. It's very hard for them to see the value in themselves, learn how to love themselves, and put themselves on a pedestal so that they can find their equal. They're constantly searching for men who are outside of their league. They make their whole value system based around male validation and male attention. And beautiful women simply can't relate to that, because a lot of us, if we've done the work on ourselves and if we know ourselves and value ourselves, we're not really looking at what men think of us as our value system. We value ourselves based on how we show up in the world, based on maybe our careers or our finances or how we give back to society, our passions, our hobbies. We're not centering men when it comes to our value system. And that's the main difference between pick-me femcell women and women who already know their value, women who are beautiful and receive pretty privilege in the world. And so this is not to shit on those types of women, but it's simply to just bring attention to the differences, because a lot of times these women will befriend beautiful women to get pretty privilege by proxy. So they understand that if they can get themselves next to a gorgeous girl who has pretty privilege, maybe she's kind and really nice, a lot of these women look at beautiful women who get pretty privilege as opportunities. So they look at you as an opportunity to get pretty privilege as well, because if they go out with you and you're getting a ton of free drinks, or you're getting lots of attention from men, you're getting lots of numbers, she's hoping that maybe one of the guys that you turn down will trickle down and be interested in her because she's in your limelight. That's her goal. Her goal is to kind of get next to you in any way she can so that she can kind of have the crumbs of what you possess. So I want to show you guys this clip of a femcell woman who seems to be trying to put the move on her Asian guy friend. I'm gonna play it a few times for you guys so that you can see the cringiness and the desperation, and then I will come back for my 2 cents.
I'm not sorry for what I'm about to do.
What are you doing?
I'm not sorry for what I'm about to do.
What are you doing?
She really did not think that through. Like, she kind of just went in for it and she embarrassed herself. And then I found out later on that this same woman is now like in a relationship with this guy. The reason why I wanted to show this clip is because it shows how a lot of femcells and pick-me's go the route of having men as friends before they try to pursue them in a romantic way. And I think this is a very manipulative tactic to lure a man in and to try to get a guy to take them seriously in a relationship and potentially even in a marriage. A lot of these women, because they don't get approached a lot anyway, or they're not really the pick of the litter, they will go the route of having lots of guy friends. And they think that they're slick by calling these men their friends and, oh, I just have a lot of friends, I just get along with guys so much. No, baby, you see having guy friends as an easy way to get into the mind of men. You see having guy friends as being a way for you to vet men that you're potentially interested in, keep attractive men around you who may not have been around you otherwise, and try your hardest to seduce them, get them to like you and have a crush on you, and flirt with them essentially, but do all of this under the umbrella of, oh, we're just friends. And it was the way he said, what are you doing for me? Okay, that shit was cringy. That shit was embarrassing. And if I was her, I would be so freaking mortified. I don't know how she posted that. I know she probably saw a viral moment with that clip and decided to post it, but it didn't go the exact way she wanted to. Like, the response was not positive, and I think it just made her look very desperate. And it's not surprising that they're in a relationship now, because women like that keep men around them for the potential that they may progress the relationship into something more romantic. And women like that also hate women who get pretty privilege and who get male attention easily, because we don't have to work for it. Not only do we not have to work for it, we don't feel like we have to. That's the root of it all. That's where it starts. Do you feel like you have to work for male attention? If so, you need to go back to the drawing board and learn how to love yourself a little bit more. Learn how to be celibate or abstain from sex. Learn how to pour into yourself. Learn about what makes you you, what makes you special. Learn to pedestalize yourself. Learn to put yourself in environments where you're valued and liked, and then go from there. But if you're just out in the world blindly looking for someone to validate you, and you're so desperate to the point where you use the guise of friendships with men to be able to get closer to men that you're actually attracted to and want something more with, I'm sorry, that's sad and it's desperate, and it just shows that you don't have enough self-value to allow yourself to be chosen by someone who genuinely wants to choose you. You have to go about it in a manipulative, sneaky way to get someone to look at you in a romantic way after you've been friends with them for a few years. I've never had to do that. I know a lot of beautiful women out here probably never had to do that. You know, we get picked by suitors and they vet us and they date us and they court us and they do it the right way. And, you know, we talk a lot about men in friendships and how men use friendships with women to get closer to women, but we never really talk about how some femcel and insecure women latch themselves onto men who are out of their league or who are more attractive than them or who just are kind of outside of their reach normally and call them their friend. Oh, that's my brother and that's my bestie. No, bitch, you want to sit on his dick. Let's be real. And I remember even when I was with my ex, he had all these female friends. And when you look at the female friends, they were ugly and they were not attractive and they were overweight. And I'm sorry, a lot of them were unambiguous women. And they like to align themselves with men who are very attractive, out of their league, and call themselves their friends so that one day on a drunken night, when no one's around and it's just them, something could potentially go down, and then that would spark a love interest or a potential opportunity for them to be in a relationship. Do you see what I'm saying, ladies? There's always a ulterior motive when it comes to heterosexual men and heterosexual women in a friendship. I just don't believe that can work, and these are the reasons why. So ladies, drop down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to femcels and when it comes to pick-me women who get into quote-unquote friendships with men who are out of their league simply to increase their chances of being picked. And I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share your stories with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.